Drake places a $400,000 bet on Jake Paul to knock out Tommy Fury in their hotly anticipated grudge match, with the Canadian rapper set to pocket 1.4 million if the YouTube star delivers. Now, here's the thing. Like this type of money isn't really anything toward like for Drake really. I mean, he makes disgusting amounts of money, and I doubt that he is a complete moron when it comes to money. But not only that, he also gets sponsored by betting companies all the time. So who knows if this is even his own money that he's betting. But the thing is, people need to be very careful when they try to do this sort of gambling thing, right? Because someone like Drake could easily bet a lot of money on something like this and not care whether or not they get the money or not, right? But average person betting like 10K on this type of fight, and if they lose that 10K, like that could literally mean they might be living no longer paycheck to paycheck. They might be basically in the hole for 10K to like a loan shark. So it's something to be very careful with. Gambling is a horrible addiction and is one of the fastest ways to lose every single cent that you have. So Drake has gone big on fellow social media star Jake Paul to beat Tommy Fury in Sunday's long-awaited fight between the pair. The Canadian rapper put a $400,000 wager on Paul to not only beat Fury, but to do so via knockout. If it has come to fruition, Drake will earn himself a cool $1 million profit. Now, here's the thing. In my personal opinion, I think there's actually a good shot that Jake Paul will actually knock out Fury. Not because basically the skill, but because Fury seems to not be able to handle like the attention, and he has already pulled out so many times. So he probably is going to get anxious because it's probably going to be technically his biggest fight ever in terms of like viewership, attention, all that kind of stuff, people hating on him, all this sort of thing, and he'll probably end up making a mistake and just getting clipped. So Tyson Fury has also placed a sizable wager on his brother to instead do the business versus Paul. I've got 100 racks on it for an inside the distance stoppage, so if he loses, then I'll lose 100 bags as well. I've got him at 3 to 1, the Gypsy King told IFL TV. Interesting. I know Tommy is going to knock him out. What is a little bit stupid is I see all these experts and professional boxers picking Jake Paul over Tommy. Betting big on sports events is hardly a new thing for Drake. The 36-year-old won just one of his 7 Super Bowl bets as the Kansas City Chiefs clinched their second Lombardi in 4 seasons and yet still made a profit. He wagered a total of $965,000 on the bet and won 1.477 million, making an overall profit of 512,000. Last month, the Laugh Now Cry Later artist netted a $2 million payout by placing a $1 million winning bet on the Chiefs to beat the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship. However, there have also been some big losses. In December, Drake bet $1 million on Argentina to beat France in regulation in the World Cup final. Unfortunately for him, Lionel Messi and co beat the French in a dramatic shootout additionally in November. He threw down $2 million worth of Canadian dollars for Israel Adesanya to win UFC 281 over Alex Pereira, who won in the 5th round by knockout. See, this is the thing. Best 2 million, gone, you know? Let's see some of these comments. Who wants to watch two half naked men perform foreplay in public? Get a room. I'll be out with my wife. Anyway, why isn't this in the sports section? Don't know there is one for people who are interested in sports, or is it that they don't know how to find it? Oh well, I've placed $1 on Jake as that is all I can afford at the moment. See, here's the thing, right? If you do go the route of like betting on things like this, what you need to do is bet money that you are 100% okay with losing. Because after that, you already wash your hands of that money, right? It's not going to mentally affect you, it's not going to personally affect you financially because you already know, okay, I am 100% okay with losing that $1, losing the $100, losing 1,000, losing 10,000, losing 100,000, whatever it is. If you are 100% okay with losing that money and it's not going to mess you up in your personal life financially, then go ahead. It's not smart, but go ahead. Having him as a customer is a bookie's dream. A clueless punter with cash to burn. 400k at 3.621. Well, that means Drake will win 0. Interesting. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do think that Tommy Fury is probably going to do worse than what he probably would normally do, just because of he's not really okay with the attention, like the scale of the attention. Let's see. Anything else? Nah, not really.